one of my favorite movements in Qigong. Draw the crown of the head up to the sky. Picking the moon from the bottom of the ocean and setting it back to the stars. Let the arms open. As the arms open, turn the waist and the toe opens up towards the clouds. Let the body sink down. We put most of the weight to the back leg, the one we turned away from. And we sink down to where our mobility brings us. And your fingertips almost touch your thighs. And we rise up like we're pulling up some socks. Thigh highs up to the waist, through the center of the body, turning the palms away. As the hands go up, we turn the toe in. We let the waist turn us to the other side. The other toe, exterior rotation, and we take a bow again. Pick up the moon on the bottom of the ocean. Now both knees have a bend. Of course, one you'll feel is greater than the other. Whatever your front flexion is for the body. But here we focus on the energy of the sun. That's what makes the moon glow. Let's set the moon back high. We turn again. Change your stance to be wider if need be. And take a bow. Now I exhale when I go down. And then I breathe in all the way to the top. Turning the toe in, breathing in. Look up if you like. Feel the waist turn. Feel the other toe open up. And take a bow. Now when we take the bow, our eyes aren't looking at the floor in front of the toe. The crown of the head is more pointing to the toe. Pour the weight in so we can turn the toe in. We rise. Feel the shoulder blades, hug the spine, turn the other toe out. I believe you got it. Let's do one more each side. Now we bring both toes back towards the camera, reaching up. Now here we separate the hands. Wonderful opening of the chest. Draw in to gather the chi. Focus the hands down to the lower dantian. Pause. Feel. And breathe. Feel both knees have a little bend to them. Your pelvis tucked under. Release the tension in the thumbs, because most likely they're giving you a thumbs up. That's in here to do. Let go of it on the outside. Now here the hands close. The hands move like waving like clouds. So this is part number one. We have, I'll say, 3 parts to this, okay? So let the waist turn you. Begin to feel the weight shift dramatically one side to the other. Take your feet just about shoulder width apart. Wiggle your toes out a little bit if you need be. I just get into the flow of this movement right here. Since it is the practice of Qigong, the hands can reach and the spine can turn as far to one side of the body as feels comfortable to the other. In Tai Chi, we need to keep the hands in front because we're, well, like Karate Daniel's son had to do in Karate Kid, wax on and wax off. We're blocking in front. Okay, here's part 2. Part 2 is a way as we come to the yin and yang, we're going to hold the moon. There's the moon right there. Now the foot that's over here, we can either just lift the heel or find somewhere between here and here, and then Sink back down and begin waving the hands, we'll call it. Now this means we pour all the weight now into the cloud side. We hold the moon, find where your balance is. Either we just go into the tippy toe, right, ballerina point, or somewhere between there and up, and we sink back down. Now, those are all three parts in segments. Let's see how we can flow it and put it together. So we're going to pause over here to the yin-yang side. Here we go. So as the bottom hand rises, the foot rises where your balance is. And then that's the movement. There's no holding. Just flow, bring it up, sink it down. All the weight goes into the sun and the clouds. The bottom hand rises. It brings the other foot up. And sink. So the leg that is stationary, now that one's going to bend, right? Here we go, over here to the yin-yang side. We sink down almost like you're squatting with the tucked tail. So this really roots you into place, and then back down you go. All right, you find where the lifting of the foot fits you today. You may have one side that just draws all the way up, and the other's like, So find where it's great for you. Flow, let it go. One more each side. We're going to root into the yin-yang side. Here we go. A breath in. And exhale. Back to the sun and clouds. Lift. Now as the foot comes down, both hands open. Gather the chi. We're going to sing it 3 times. One more time. Come down to pause. Feel. Breathe. Now through those course of movements, you may have heard some Rice Krispie treats, a snap, crackle, pop here and there. But there should be more of an ah sensation to the body, not an ow. Feel that both knees have that little bend to them. Hands floating in, sinking down. Now, if you have a piece of whatever to become your ruler, take your time, grab a hold of it. If you have nothing, then your hands will stay about a foot apart. Okay? Whatever you like. Wooden coat hanger, a metal coat hanger. I mean, it's something that we can use for the practice, right? Remember, teacher, when he first introduced me to this, he just went over to he said, hold on a minute. He's looking around, he picks up a stick, and I go, oh my gosh, he's gonna hit me with this thing. And he just measure it like that, and then he snapped it, and he goes, here, do the 8. The 8. The 8, so the Tai Chi 8. So, come on, we're gonna do the Tai Chi 8. So this is our Wu Qi position. Bring our minds that focus to that one place. No matter where your travels have been, if there's a place you just want to create that accumulates all of those into one. Let the crown of the head lift up. Release the tension in the low back. A little bend to the knees, and we hold on to the ruler very lightly, right? It's like a cocoon. Make a wave, so we reach out to each other. As you get the height of your shoulders, elbows bend, we sink back down. The whole body sinks down. Now this time we're going to rise up and let your waist turn you over here to the clouds. The hand that's closest to the clouds sinks down. So now your ruler is vertical. Pour all the weight into the top hand side. Let your other foot take a step out. Now the top hand stays right there. It becomes like a hinge of a door. And the bottom hand floats out. Please look at your ruler. Let it reach until it's horizontal. The other hand is next to the heart. Now both hands extend out. We float across and we'll step in when you find your balance, not before. So the hand is furthest away from the body. It sinks down. We draw back in. This is parting the horse's wild mane with the ruler. So we take our step out. The top hand stays in place. Becomes a hinge, just like that. The arm just stays in place. And we just float up. Right there to your heart. That's all. Extend out. Float to the other side. Now this next is brush knee. We did this earlier, yes? Find your step to step back in. The hand that's furthest away, it sinks down. Now how in the world do you brush knee and the hand's supposed to go palm up to palm down? Well, it doesn't. We take our step out, and we just simply extend the ruler out, elbows stay bent, and then it turns to 3 and 9. Other side. The hand furthest from you, it sinks down. Now to be fair, the ruler goes right in front of you, in line with the foot that you step out with. Remember what's after this? Waving hands like clouds. So here we hold the ruler light enough that it has the opportunity to spin in the hand. So we turn over here to the sun and the clouds. We turn it over. That means that the top hand is the foot that draws in. Feet come together. So we have 3 steps. There's the step 1. Out we go. Step 2. Last is here. Bring our feet together. Step 3. Beautiful. Now we stay here. Let the hands, it's a very small, very light movement. You notice how the ruler barely goes to left or right. So now the rising hand, that's the direction we step. We go back for 3 steps. There's 1. Feel the waist, do the twist. Come back in. Also found out when we were doing the Beach Boys, Surfing USA, I talked about driving a Studebaker. Last step is right there. Now, the hand that comes down stays down, and we let the ruler come down to a vertical, I take that back, horizontal position. So all the weight goes into your sun and cloud side. The elbows bend like we're holding our favorite, box from Amazon. We're going to lift both elbows up and lift up the heel of the yin and yang side. This becomes your rooster crows on one leg. We sink down. We rise up on the other side. Same arm movement. Elbows are bent at 45 degrees. We lift up, elbows no higher than the shoulders. We sink back down. Now here, we're going to let the hands, if the ruler you have is possible to do this, the hands just simply turn over. If you ever watch football, this is how the guy that gets the football, right? He holds it in and he runs. Well, we're going to hold in our ruler. We're going to shift our weight so we can kick over here to the yin and yang side, and the ruler unwinds and we extend and reach it to you and I. And then we sink back down. Do you remember what hand was on the bottom? Let's spiral around. We sink down, and then we rise up. Extend the ruler out. There's the kick. Now the foot steps in, but the ruler stays out. We pull the ruler over here to the sun and cloud. The hand furthest from you sinks down. It's time to grasp the sparrow's tail. Now this is the same movement that we did for parting the horse's mane, but remember, we stay out there with our step, right? So there's our step. The hand rises, that's letting the sparrow go, and then the other reaches, but instead of going to the other side, we row the boat. And we sink down. Let's give this a go on the other side, shall we? When you're ready, you'll step back into place. The hand that's going to be furthest from the heart is the one that sinks down. That's the one that would float up to the wrist, yeah? Take your step out. There you go. Find your step. The bottom hand is what floats up. And just as it gets there, the other one extends as well. And we're handing this gift of positive energy to each other and others. We float back across. Stepping back in. We sink down. Now this one, remember the white crane spreads its wings before it flies away? Tap the tippy toe, and the ruler, vertical, just extends to you and I. Yep, I extended my arm, sure enough. Let the hand sink down, stepping back into place. Let's bring our feet together, or whatever is together for us, as we finish together. A breath in. That, my friends, is the 8 pattern with Tai Chi ruler. Come to pause. Feel. Breathe. Feel the lightness of the ruler in the palms of your hands. Feel the knees slightly bent and our mind has traveled back to that place that brings us peace. Let the shoulders get heavy, the spine becomes light. If you have a place to let your ruler rest, go ahead and set it down now. If not, let it go to the palm of your right hand. Let your feet come to a comfortable standing position. Let's extend, open, drift, float away. See and feel the entirety of you extend from toe to finger. Every articulation in the body, fingers and toes, ankles and wrists, elbows and knees, shoulders and hips, 33, I'm assuming, vertebrae, and the hinge of the jaw. And just send the energy traveling through all those areas. You know, the ones that have the issues in the tissues, right? If you have a little bit of arthritis, knee, right? That's where I'm going to send it. Can you reach a little higher? Is there an opportunity to extend the arms? Cloaking ourselves in calmness, filling ourselves in peacefulness, filling ourselves up for whatever the rest of the day or the evening or the next day may bring us. You always tap into it. But here, my friends, as always, I invite you to think about those people, places, things, thoughts, and ideas that bring you health, healing, hope, and happiness. To our minds, our mental energy. To our hearts, our emotional energy, and into our bodies, our physical energy. Draw in the Qi. Let it sink and infuse all of who and what you are down to your atomic level. And that's deep. Family, thank you for sharing this time with me.